What if I told you two ETFs can both beat most investors, yet feel completely different to hold? One grows fast, sometimes violently, and tests your nerves. The other grows steadily, quietly, and has helped create more long-term wealth than almost anything else in market history. Today we're breaking down QQQ versus SPY, why QQQ has delivered superior gains, why those gains come with higher risk, and which one actually makes sense for you, not for headlines, not for hype, but for real money over real time. Because choosing the wrong ETF for your personality can cost you far more than choosing the one with slightly lower returns. QQQ tracks the NASDAQ 100, which includes the 100 largest non-financial companies listed on the NASDAQ exchange. In practical terms, QQQ is a growth-focused ETF dominated by technology and innovation-driven companies. Its top holdings include Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Amazon, Meta, and Alphabet. These companies are designed to scale, reinvest aggressively, and dominate entire industries rather than prioritize dividends. That concentration in high-growth companies is the core reason QQQ has delivered such strong long-term returns. SPY, on the other hand, tracks the S&P 500, which represents approximately 500 of the largest publicly traded companies in the United States. It spans every major sector: technology, healthcare, financials, energy, consumer staples, industrials, and more. SPY is not making a bet on one industry winning forever. It is a broad reflection of the U.S. economy as a whole. Because of that structure, SPY is naturally more diversified and less dependent on any single sector performing well. Over long periods, QQQ has outperformed SPY in total returns. The reason is straightforward. Growth companies, especially in technology, tend to scale faster, generate higher margins, and benefit disproportionately from innovation. When markets are optimistic and capital is flowing into growth, QQ accelerates faster than the broader market. This creates powerful compounding during long bull markets. But those higher returns come with an important trade-off. QEQ is more volatile. When markets decline, growth stocks typically fall harder. When interest rates rise, future earnings become less valuable and growth valuations compress quickly. Historically, QQQ experiences larger drawdowns than SPY during market downturns. That means sharper drops, steeper declines, and more emotional pressure on investors. If you are not prepared for that volatility, QQQ can test your discipline in ways SPY usually does not. SPY tends to feel boring by comparison, but boring is often a feature, not a flaw. Because SPY is diversified, weakness in one sector is often balanced by strength in another. SPY also typically pays a higher dividend than QQQ, providing income that can be reinvested during market downturns. That reinvestment quietly compounds over time. SPY adapts as the economy changes. As industries rise and fall, the index rebalances naturally, keeping your exposure aligned with where the economy is actually going. Here's the critical point most investors miss. Volatility is not just a mathematical concept, it is a behavioral one. QQQ rewards investors who can tolerate large swings and stay invested through deep drawdowns. SPY rewards investors who want steady growth and consistency without constant emotional stress. The best ETF is not the one with the highest historical return. It is the one you can hold through bull markets, bear markets, and long periods of uncertainty without abandoning your plan. Many long-term investors choose not to pick between them. They hold both. SPY provides a stable foundation tied to the broader economy. QQQ adds a growth engine that amplifies returns during innovation-driven expansions. Together, they balance growth and stability in a way that reflects both opportunity and risk. In the end, QQQ has delivered superior gains, but it comes with higher risk. SPY delivers steadier progress with fewer surprises. The real question is not which one is better. The question is which one matches your temperament, your time horizon, and your ability to stay invested when markets get uncomfortable. Because the biggest enemy of long-term returns is not volatility. It is abandoning a strategy you were never psychologically prepared to follow.